Hey, I'm here to share a story with you. Do you have a story you'd like to share? You can submit it on our website. Our team will read it, and if we pick it to be featured, you'll get $50 and an adorable pet certificate. Now let's get to the story. Moving into college felt like stepping into another world for Ava. Away from home, away from all the familiar streets, she wondered if she'd ever feel truly at ease. As she walked down the long hallway of the dorm, clutching her lavender suitcase, she passed by rooms decorated with fairy lights and posters, each one a tiny window into someone's personality. She stopped outside room 118, her assigned room, and took a deep breath. What if her roommate was nothing like her? What if they clashed over decorations or schedules or just the general chaos of starting college? Pushing those thoughts aside, she raised her hand to knock, but the door swung open before her knuckles could make contact. "Hey, looks like we're stuck together," a girl said with a laugh, holding out a hand to help Ava lift her heavy suitcase. She had a messy bun, oversized hoodie, and the kind of smile that could soften even the hardest day. "I'm Maya. I hope you don't mind that I already put my stuff up. I like to get settled before I meet my roommate," Maya said, stepping aside to let Ava in. The room was cozy with white walls adorned with inspirational quotes, and fairy lights twinkled above a comfortable-looking bed. On the desk lay a sketchbook and pencils, hinting at the artistic side of her roommate. Ava stepped in and smiled back. "Don't worry, I'm not picky about stuff like that. And I'm Ava." As the days went by, Ava and Maya's bond grew stronger than they had anticipated. They became quick friends, sharing stories about their lives, dreams, and fears. There were times when Maya would disappear for hours, returning with a sheepish grin and a stack of new drawings. In turn, Ava would show Maya her guitar playing, filling their little dorm room with music. One evening, as they were settling in for the night, Ava noticed a sketch of a face in Maya's sketchbook. The drawing was so lifelike that it almost seemed to jump off the page. "Who's this?" she asked, pointing to the sketch. "Oh, just someone I know," Maya replied, quickly closing the sketchbook. "Just someone you know," Ava teased, raising an eyebrow. Maya blushed and shrugged. "Maybe I'm just really good at art. I mean, what do you think?" Ava nodded slowly, still eyeing the sketchbook. Very convincing. But come on, show me another one." Maya hesitated, then relented. She flipped through the pages, revealing fantastical creatures and dreamy landscapes. Each drawing was like a portal into another world. "Wow," Ava breathed, running her fingers along one of the sketches. "You're incredibly talented, Maya." Maya looked up, her eyes shining. "Thanks. I love art. It's my escape, my way of seeing the beauty in everything." She paused, then added quietly, "Sometimes I wish I could capture more than just what I see. I want to capture how I feel, the emotions around me." Ava thought for a moment. "That's why your drawings are so powerful," she said. "Because you pour your heart into them. You don't just draw what you see, but how you feel about what you see." Maya turned to Ava, a surprised smile spreading across her face. "You're really good at this whole encouraging people thing, aren't you?" Ava laughed, feeling a warmth spread through her chest. "I try." "So what's your superpower?" she asked. "My superpower," Maya repeated, tilting her head. After a moment, she said, "Music. Playing guitar helps me express things I can't say. It's like talking to the universe without words. It sets me free." Ava watched as Maya spoke, mesmerized by the intensity in her eyes. It was clear that music meant more than just a hobby to Maya. It was a lifeline, a way to connect with her soul. "Can you teach me?" Ava suddenly asked, her fingers tracing patterns on the desk. She had never been good at expressing herself, never had a creative outlet. She wanted to understand the magic Maya found in music. Maya looked up, surprise giving way to a warm smile. "Of course, we can start tomorrow. You don't have to learn chords or anything complicated. Just strumming some chords can be relaxing. It's a great stress reliever." The next evening, as twilight painted the sky in hues of purple and pink, Ava and Maya sat on the bed with a guitar resting on Maya's knees. The soft chords filled the room, weaving a melody of relaxation and friendship. "It's actually harder than it looks," Ava admitted, her fingers fumbling on the fretboard. "It's okay. Give it time. I remember when I first started. It was tough," Maya reassured her, gently guiding Ava's hands. "Hey, how about this?" Ava asked, striking a chord that rang clear and true. A smile bloomed on Maya's face. "See, you're getting it." As the weeks flew by, the sound of their laughter and music echoed through the halls of their dorm. They studied together, their notes scattered on the desk as they quizzed each other, their voices in harmony. At night, they whispered secrets under the covers, sharing dreams and fears. But something began to shift. The easy laughter turned into shy smiles, the lingering touches became charged with electricity, and the quiet moments between them buzzed with unspoken words. Then came the day that changed everything. The sky was gray and the rain was relentless, mirroring the storm brewing inside Ava. She had just had a fight with her parents over her decision to drop out of her pre-med program. Feeling lost and alone, she hurried back to the dorm, seeking solace in the familiar surroundings. When she opened the door to their room, she found Maya sitting by the window, hugging her knees. The light from the setting sun glinted in her eyes, making them sparkle with unshed tears. "Bad day?" Ava asked softly. Maya turned, a faint smile gracing her lips. "You have no idea," she whispered. "I feel invisible here, like no one really sees me." Without thinking, Ava crossed the room and sat beside her. She knew that look, the one that hid a storm of emotions just below the surface. "Hey," she said, placing a hand on Maya's shoulder. "I see you," she whispered. And she meant it, every detail of Maya, from the way her hair curled when damp to the way her laugh filled the silence. Maya shook her head, tears threatening to spill. "No, you don't. If you did, you'd know I'm not good enough, smart enough, pretty enough," she whispered, her voice breaking. Ava's heart clenched at the sight of Maya so vulnerable. "Don't say that," she said, turning Maya's face towards her. "You are amazing, smart, beautiful," Ava said, her voice firm, "and you don't have to pretend to be someone else to fit in." Maya's eyes searched Ava's, and in that moment, something shifted between them. The line between friendship and something deeper blurred. A silence stretched between them, charged, unspoken. Then carefully, as if afraid the moment might break, Maya reached for Ava's hand. Their fingers laced together naturally, as if they had always been meant to fit. Ava's heartbeat raced, and before she could stop herself, she leaned closer. The kiss was soft, hesitant, filled with every unspoken word they hadn't dared to say. The rain continued its relentless drumming against the window pane, but inside the small dorm room, everything felt still, safe, and right. When they pulled apart, Maya giggled nervously. "So, roommates and more?" she asked, her cheeks flushed. Ava laughed too, cheeks warm. "Yeah, more." In the weeks that followed, the room wasn't just a place to sleep. It was the heart of something new, something real. They studied together, dreamed together, and sometimes stayed awake until dawn, simply holding hands, talking about the future. College was supposed to be about finding themselves, but Ava realized she had also found someone else. Love, right there in the dorm room she had once been so nervous to enter. One evening, as the sky blazed with colors at sunset, they sat on the windowsill, watching the clouds drift by. "I never thought I'd find someone like you, Ava," Maya said, her voice soft. "Me neither," Ava replied, leaning her head against Maya's shoulder. "I used to think love would sweep me off my feet, like in those romance novels I read. But here we are, in this small dorm room, and I know that's where I want to be." Maya smiled, tracing patterns on Ava's arm. "Sometimes the best love stories begin when you least expect them."